from the Days Inn Hotel Airport here in New Orleans, Louisiana, or Kenner, Louisiana, as I've corrected myself. This is the Monday, April 9th Ringside Report edition. I am, of course, the King of Controversy. Along with
Ryan Young.
I can't use that because, of course, the McGrath kid along with.
Well, he's not here with us. He'll be with us for the.
Anyways,
he'll be with
what
us
a
for
night!
The Takeover wrap up.
You're all falling out of sleep from last night's WrestleMania. We thank you very much for joining us. But tonight, we're gonna go back to Thursday night.
The first night we were here. What always kicks off WrestleMania?
Axxess. I fell asleep through Axxess, but
it was good.
Here's the highlights, sniffs, everything. So
take a look.
Enjoy.
Woody, day one, we're in line at Axxess.
Yep.
What'd y'all get?
Everything.
Yeah, so did I. I mainly shopped for everything.
We splurged.
We're waiting in line. Got all the Axxess coming up.
There's a price to pay. Time for you to get down on your knees.
For Axxess, you ready?
I'm ready.
Your third Axxess.
Yeah, third Axxess. Yeah, come on. Oh, there's statue. There's.
Over 11 years. Longest reign.
It's just ow. Belly boy. Wow. Church. There's the Young Classic Trophy. And we're the wrestling for Sunday. Yep, ladies too.
What we just saw right there.
Yeah.
Axxess.
Yeah, Axxess.
Your thoughts, even though you were sleeping.
Axxess was good. The NXT thing was great. I know it's been going. It ended on Sunday morning. It was all good. We had Axxess. We had NXT Takeover. We had WrestleMania. But Friday night.
What was your favorite part of Axxess? They had call of match.
We had call of match, but
we saw all the memorabilia. They had the Women's Revolution.
Yeah. the crowd booing Brock Lesnar's theme song.
Yes, and I had also in that clip of when they were singing John Cena sucks.
Yep, but
now let's shift. Oh God.
Let's shift gears to Friday night at the Smoothie King Center in New Orleans for the Hall of Fame. It was the Sleepy Hall. They should have called it a Sleepy Trainer.
It was a great class. Long speeches.
Yeah, take a look.
The reeks of awesomeness.
Thursday boys conductors reek of awesomeness. Ladies and gentlemen, Edge and Christian. Help us welcome the newest inductees in the WWE Hall of Fame 2018 class. B.A.R. and Takeover. Let's go, people. The mouth of the South, Jimmy Hart. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is my distinct honor to introduce to you a true trailblazer, an amazing humanitarian, a three-time WWE Women's Champion, and now WWE Hall of Famer. Please welcome our dear friend, Ivory!
WWE COO and 14-time World Heavyweight Champion. The Game, Triple H. Kid Rock.
Kid Rock.
I was just out in the bus smoking with Snoop Dogg. I'll be right there.
Road D-O-G, Brian James. And if you come with you weren't familiar with who he is, I just have to say that
Use the roadie.
you didn't know? You got called somebody! Ain't he great? Double J, Jeff Jarrett!
are bigger than the stage. Thank you.
My name is Paul Heyman.
Welcome to the newest installment of In the Vault. Today we're going to be looking at all of the pay-per-views and indie show cards that I did. So for every show that I covered, whether it be a pay-per-view for a warm-up or a wrap-up, or that we went to, or all the indie shows that I either worked at or we covered, I did a write-up for all the matches. So I mean, look at here. This is the first one we ever did. It was when we went to originally to the Buffalo Wild Wings, and we did this. Was the original one was Hell in a Cell, which I believe was Hell in a Cell 2014, I believe, in October 2014, and the main event was Randy Orton versus Daniel Bryan in a Hell in a Cell match. And I mean, it goes on for Survivor Series, to TLC, to WrestleMania 30, to 31, 32. But every pay-per-view we ever did was ever covered and ever reported over the last 4.5 years. We have it. I mean, I can just randomly pick one in here. What do we got? Backlash, the first one after the SmackDown era, or after the draft. So I mean, just unbelievable stuff there. And then of course indie shows. We did many indie shows. Of course I worked for B.A.R. SSW. The first one was Wrestle Rage podcast, where we did the live podcast from Wrestle Rage. We had a table. I mean, all the shows we covered in Fox Lake. I mean, just all of these things, just all of these, and I saved every single one of them up until the most recent one, which was March 4th of this year. So that is crazy. And I mean, the pay-per-views go all the way to Fastlane. WrestleMania 34 will be added to this as well. So that's crazy as we look back. And of course, every pay-per-view and every indie show we ever covered right here. And I just took you in the vault.
As you see right there, the Hall of Fame speech goes. Hillbilly Jim's was the longest, along with Ivory. Mostly she's talking about weddings.
It was Hillbilly Jim for 3 hours and 17 minutes, and Mark Henry for about 2 hours and 15
Mark
minutes.
Henry's was good. I like how he came out with the pink coat and he said, "That's what I do."
And it was very emotional.
Ivory talked about wedding. It was emotional with Jeff Jarrett and Mark Henry.
Ivory was talking a little crazy.
Jeff Jarrett was emotional.
That was great.
Late great Owen Hart, and yes.
So did Mark Henry.
Ladies
He
and
talked to Martha Hart.
Yeah, and ladies and gentlemen, Martha Hart shows up at a WWE Hall of Fame.
They did show her. She was crying.
Hell froze over. She never showed up in the Hall of Fame in 20 years since Owen's death, and she finally shows up. So maybe there's a sign. Wink, wink, Vince.
We'll see what happens.
But let's go to.
Hang on. Before we go to that, we of course we just saw it in the vault for the second time. We showed it on Friday as well. Now it's time, of course, Thursday, on Friday's show, we had Ringside Report moment number 4 when Brandon turned. Remember when he joined the Elite Players?
I don't like the next.
And then, of course, now it's time for moment number 3. It was celebrating our 100th episode.
Yeah,
you were there.
Just take a look and see what happened. I'm still not happy.
And I turned into Ryan Yanni, and we'll take a look. And then when we come back, it's time to send it. We'll be back in the different studio for NXT Takeover wrap-up. Let's send it to the Ringside Report moment number 3.
Jimmy Blaze, I admired you since day one I came into POW Entertainment. Me and Ryan from 10,000 Fists to the Sound of Madness. You were my hero. I looked up to you when you were a good guy, when you were with elite players, when you're with the MOB. Now, Bob Perella. You think you go on the post show around here? You think you can do whatever you want? You may be a fan of Ryan, but you sure the hell ain't a fan of me.
What the fuck? From the
Days in
cut
New Orleans.
from the Days in New Orleans hotel and airport in New Orleans, Louisiana, Kent, Louisiana. This is the NXT Takeover wrap-up. I'm flustered, sorry. I'm Anthony Story along with
Ryan Young.
And what a night. The crowd was into it. Let's get into the opening match. Ladder match for the inaugural NXT North American Championship. It was Adam Cole defeating EC3, Carolyn Dane, Lars Sullivan, Ricochet, and Velveteen Dream.
I was impressed. First time getting an opportunity to see Ricochet. Impressed by him. Good showing by EC3 to start as well. And congratulations to Adam Cole.
I heard
baby.
Triple H on Twitter or whatever posted about saying great opening start to NXT Takeover. It was a very good opening match.
Yeah. Match number 2.
Match number 2 was Shayna Baszler upsetting Ember Moon. She had her girls at ringside and everything, but I still don't think that I'm as a Shayna Baszler fan. I remember her from UFC with the chokeholds and everything, but I remember she's like a young Brock Lesnar, but she's the new champion. Ember Moon loses the belt after regaining it for so-called injury.
Indeed. So tough loss. A tough loss for Ember Moon, but I think we saw her we'll see her on Raw tonight, SmackDown tomorrow.
Yeah, if there is a SmackDown. Number 3 was the Undisputed Era defeating the Author Pain and Roderick Strong Pete Dunne, thanks to the help of Roderick Strong double-crossing his partner, and
now
that
that Bobby Fish is gone or injured, you got a third man in there. It's like a little Ring of Honor pack. I like it. We'll see if they take
One
over.
more title for Adam Cole. He's gonna gain it all.
He's covered in gold.
He's covered in gold. Number 4.
Also, to bring back a point, Roderick Strong now is probably going to contend for the UK Championship.
Yeah, so that'll be another title I'll keep on. Aleister Black becomes the world champion by defeating Andre Cien Almas with that little she-devil of Zelina Vega.
We were shocked that that match wasn't the main event, but that we had congratulations to Aleister Black, a year full circle, debuted at Takeover Orlando, and wins the world title Takeover New Orleans.
And the main event of all main events, Johnny Wrestling defeats Tommaso Ciampa. And
congratulations. I mean, it was a match you never thought who would win. I thought Gargano would lose and he'd be on maybe Raw tonight, SmackDown tomorrow. Maybe now it's Tommaso Ciampa. Gargano gets to stay. He's never been world champion yet, has he?
No, he's never been world champion.
There's the next contender.
By the way, I'm down 12 points. WrestleMania's...
He needs to sweep the board to win, lose one, win the rest to tie. If not...
By the way, if you don't see this guy... That means I'm making sure that he's going to be on a flight back to Chicago with his medal up his ass.
That's it. Let's end for the sights and sounds of Takeover in New Orleans. We'll be back Wednesday for our final show in New Orleans. And then it's Ringside Report 600 on Friday. Let's go.